Numduman ni Jeff, ang lamba bay usa ka panalangin ug usa ka pasidaan. Ang kalma ni ini na nawang nagpakaon sa mga pamilya, apan sa ilawom ni ini nagtago ang dili matad-an na mga lilo, gitawag na lilo, na dituohan sa mga lokal na mao ang kasuko sa dagat. Jeff grew up respecting the bay, but he believed he could handle anything it threw at him. Dili ko mahadlok sa bagyo. As long as I am careful, the sea will be kind. One afternoon, as the sun began its descent, dark, ominous clouds gathered over the distant mountains. An unsettling quiet fell upon the fishing village, and the old, seasoned fishermen felt a deep unease settle in their bones, a premonition of the wrath to come. Mang Lucas, his face etched with worry, approached Jeff. Jeff, Ayaji Gavas Karen Gabii. Something is wrong with the wind. The bagyo might shift, he warned, his voice heavy with concern for the young fisherman. Jeff, calm and determined, replied, Kadiyot lang Mang. I'll be quick. I just need to check my nets. He was confident in his abilities, perhaps too confident, underestimating the brewing storm. He paddled his small wooden banka away from the shore, the rhythmic splash of his paddle against the water the only sound for a moment. But soon, a distant rumble of thunder echoed, and the sky turned an iron gray, swallowing the last light. Far from the safety of the shore, the waves began to rise. Slowly at first, then with increasing ferocity, they swelled into towering giants. Jeff muttered under his breath, Oi, lame man ong dagon sa hanjin. As the wind shifted violently, nature had whispered danger, a subtle warning in the shifting winds and darkening skies. Now, it roared with the full, unbridled fury of a tropical storm, unleashing its power upon the small boat and its lone occupant. A sudden, monstrous gust of wind slammed into Jeff's banka, flipping it sideways with terrifying force. He cried out, Tabong, as he was violently thrown into the churning, dark waters. He fell into the turbulent sea, instantly swallowed by the monstrous waves. The dreaded Lilo current, a furious spiral of water, came alive, dragging him deeper into its unforgiving embrace, pulling him down into the abyss. His lungs burned with the desperate need for air, his vision blurred by the salt water and the sheer force of the current. He felt the raw, untamed power of nature, wild, unforgiving, and utterly overwhelming. Just as despair threatened to consume him, a floating bamboo pole, a lifeline from his overturned boat, drifted into his blurred vision. In a desperate, final effort, fueled by an instinct to survive, he reached out. With every ounce of strength he had left, he grabbed the pole tightly, clinging to it as if his very life depended on it. And indeed, it did. He held on with everything he had, fighting against the wrath of the Lilo.
Hours passed, stretching into an eternity. The storm, once a furious beast, began to wane, its roars softening to a distant grumble. The Lilo, Jeff's fragile raft, grew eerily silent, adrift in the vast, indifferent ocean. As the first rays of dawn pierced the lingering gloom, a search boat, a beacon of hope, cut through the gentle swells. Its powerful lights scanned the water, searching for any sign of the lost boy. Suddenly, a fisherman spotted a small, barely conscious figure near a cluster of jagged rocks. Splashing urgently, they pulled Jeff aboard, his body weak but his spirit clinging to life. Mang Lucas, a seasoned fisherman, looked at Jeff with a soft but firm gaze. He spoke words of ancient wisdom. The sea teaches hard lessons, Anak. You cannot fight nature. You only learn to survive it. Days later, under a peaceful morning sky, Jeff returned to the shore. He carried with him a new humility, a profound respect for the ocean's power, and a quiet understanding of his place within it. He found himself helping younger boys prepare their fishing nets, a task he once found mundane. One boy, full of youthful bravado, boasted, Dili ko mahadlok uji bagyo. Jeff shook his head gently, a knowing smile playing on his lips. He shared his hard-earned wisdom. You don't conquer the sea, you coexist with it. The sea will always be stronger, but we humans, we endure. As the waves met the shore in an endless, rhythmic dance, Jeff felt something deeper than ever before. Not fear, not defiance, but a profound and peaceful understanding of the sea's eternal embrace.